Hey guys, I know it's been a minute since I've made a video, but I kind of wanted to make this one a little bit different. I do get some questions about certain guns that I, first of all, carry, second of all, have for home defense. Kind of similar situations, but they're a little bit different. So in this video, I'm just going to go over what I think are my top home defense choices. And again, I'm going off of more of the platform, not the specific firearm itself. So let's dive right into this thing. Okay, so starting out, these aren't in any particular order. I'm just gonna give you my top three. I'll throw a fourth in there just kind of as a bonus. So first I'm gonna start out with a pistol-sized AR platform. So this is actually an AR-9. I do have one in 5.56 as well. But I think these are awesome for home defense. First off, for me, I'm a lot more accurate with a rifle platform with that shorter barrel. By far over a handgun. Don't get me wrong, handgun's great and they're a little bit more cost effective, but something like this is a Palmetto build, nothing fancy. I think all said and done, it was about 700 bucks. And I just have the red dot on there. This is the 10.5 inch. You can get 7.5, anything below that number there. And for me, actually, accuracy is really good with this, not a problem at all. And again, if you're in that really close quarter situation, I think you could probably do okay regardless of barrel length. So I really like this setup. I actually do have this one sitting around kind of for that home defense. Usually there is a flashlight on it, but I do kind of rotate out what sits next to the bed. But this is going to start it out in AR platform with the pistol length is a great choice. Now next on the list is going to be what most of you guys have and have sitting around the house because it's what you carry. So that's just sticking with the handgun platform. So this is a Zev. I just grabbed one out of the safe because it's all kind of the same concept. But one thing I want to go over with you that makes a difference for me with the handgun I like to have for home defense, first of all, is capacity. Yeah, you could get away with a little bit lower capacity, but I'd rather have more than less. So that's one thing. Another thing, I like night sights on these. Most home instances, it's going to be dark. You want to be able to see this. I also have the red dot on there. That's activated by motion, so I don't have to worry about that. Also, throw a little light on here when it's on the nightstand. Again, it's just also it's a quick situation you want to be able to see. So a lot of you guys are going to have this because you can seal and carry no matter what handgun it is, whatever you're comfortable with. It's an awesome choice. They're small, concealable. You can grab it quick from the nightstand, wherever. If you want to store them around the house like a crazy person like I do sometimes, well, you never know. You never know what's going to happen. So that's going to be probably pretty high up on a lot of your guys' lists. So let's go to the next one. So the next one, guys, I'm going to go over is a little bit out of the norm. A majority of people aren't going to have them. There are different variations, but they tend to be a little pricier. But once I got my hands on it, I honestly prefer it over most AR platforms. So that's a Bullpup configuration. So this is a Tavor X95. I picked this one up about a year ago, and I absolutely love it. They're really weird, and I actually never fired one. I was able to get my hands on this one, and for anything close, any maneuverability, it's awesome. I just feel really confident with it. It feels like it's more of an extension of yourself. When you bring these up, it's just such a natural feel and you can really bear down on it and it's just really comfortable. And the recoil impulse on them, I haven't done a video on this yet and I will. I'm just not sure how many people would find it relative if you're not looking at one. I know there are several other options out there. They're just a little bit pricier, so I totally understand that. I do have the flashlight on this one currently. But I think this is an awesome choice. They're incredibly nimble. They're a little bit heavier, but it's not anything that you ever notice. And to be honest with you, over that AR pistol, it feels a lot more comfortable to me. So also, if you guys want to see a little video on this, and I was actually thinking about doing a comparison between the Bullpup platform, and the AR platform, let me know in the comments. I can definitely do that. I love shooting this thing, so any excuse, I will absolutely do that. So if you guys can get your hands on one to shoot one, just see what it's like. A lot of people will probably think it's weird because it is a weird concept. A lot of the controls are similar to an AR, but everything's in a different place, as far as the mag back here, which I thought was super strange. But they do put the mag release up here, which is nice, the safety right where your thumb is. So that's nice, it kind of brings it back. They're just really unique, but I think for home defense, they are an awesome choice. Now for the fourth that I'm gonna throw in, so those are my top three. Like I said, a pistol length AR platform, a handgun with some night sights on it with a decent capacity, and flashlight attached would be awesome. And again, I know a lot of people have different resources. They're able to get a certain firearm, others aren't, or what you can afford. But I do think there's many options out there. And then we go to the Bullpup platform, which again, I had that last just because it's a little bit pricier and it's a little bit unique and a lot of people haven't been able to shoot them. So last one I'm gonna go over, I'm not gonna bring an example out because there are just too many, but the one everybody's thinking of is a shotgun. So I really, really like that. Before I had a few firearms laying around, that's what I had. So I had I have an old 870 20 gauge. It's a longer barrel. It's not the youth model, so it's a 28 inch. It's a little bit long, but you know, there are so many options for shotguns out there and really, really affordable. I mean, you can get some Mossbergs for, you know, a few $100-$400, and there's obviously a lot of used out there that you can find, but I think a shotgun just for, you know, just that quick engagement, you really, you know, other than collateral damage, that is another thing to worry about, but I think they're great. You can get them in all sorts of different lengths. You can get, you know, like Benelli, the M4, they really have it down. That's a little bit pricier option, but like I said, I just had an 870 sitting around, and a lot of people grow up hunting with an 870, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So those are my top home defense options. If you guys want to see a video on any specific ones, again, I have more handguns, whatever, but say like the Bullpup setup or AR pistols versus full-length ARs, you know, certain things like that. I also thought about doing an AK versus AR type of comparison. I know there's been a lot of these done, but if you guys just want a little bit more insight, let me know. So last thing I'm going to go over, we are getting very, very, very close to reaching that 1,000 subscriber mark, which is crazy. I think we're almost at 700, and again, I've said this a million times, but I appreciate the hell out of it because I can't believe even that many people subscribe to it, because at first I thought 50 was crazy, 100, and now it's growing. But when we get to that 1,000 mark, somebody is going to win that STOEGER. And all you have to do is be subscribed. I'll put it down in the description below just to refresh you guys. But once we get to that number, somebody will be contacted. I've went over the rules before. Must be eligible to purchase a firearm. Has to be shipped to an FFL. That's key, guys. I can't go and ship it to your house, anything like that. That makes me extremely liable. So best of luck to everybody. Let me know down below what you want to see. I do my best to get my hands on new firearms. Like I've said a million times, it's a little bit pricey, so I kind of got to balance that a little bit. I don't want the wife to leave me over this, you know. But no, so I appreciate the support, guys. Until next time.